Well, everyone, it is time for your weekly dose of really good news. And I would love to give you a daily dose of good news, but unfortunately, there is just not that much good news to go around, so we could do it once a week if we're lucky. But here it is. According to the latest estimates on Donald Trump's Trump Media and Technology stock, it has lost more than 50% of its value since January 20th, 2025. The day that Donald Trump was sworn in as the 47th president, his stock, his company, has lost more than 50% of its value. And, as Barron's is reporting, nobody wants to buy it because there's no reason to buy it. Now, if you've been paying attention to what's been happening with Trump Media and Technology Group, which of course owns Truth Social, it was reported a couple weeks ago in their financial statements that they lost more than $400 million last year. And their revenue was $8 million. So it's basically just a black hole for money, right? You can just put money near this black hole. It's going to suck it in and never come back. 8 million revenue, 400 million loss. That is absolutely insane. That should be shut down immediately because you're really, really bad at business. But after the election, before the inauguration, the stock price went up, right? Everybody was excited. Hell, I thought for sure that Donald Trump was going to just make money hand over fist because he's the president now. He won the election. His stock's going to go through the roof. I had predicted that would happen, and it did. What I didn't predict is how fast it would fall, how fast it would literally lose every penny of value that it had gained, and then some, since that 2024 election. Certainly not just 2 months into the administration. I thought if it was going to lose anything, maybe it would take a couple years. But by then, Trump would have cashed out, gotten his money, run off. But no, he didn't even have the chance to do it. He's just lost it all. But as I mentioned, people don't want to buy it now. And as Barron reports, there's a good reason for that. Because immediately after the election, a lot of the reason the stock went up was because you actually had high dollar investors, not small time MAGA hat wearing people, buying the stock because they thought, hey, this is a good way to suck up to Donald Trump, right? Let me buy 1,000 shares. Let me buy 10,000 shares. Hey, look what I did, Donnie. Maybe you do me some favors. But then they realized there's actually a much cheaper way to do this. So they sold off their stock and instead just started giving money to a super PAC. They started bending the knee. They started having their corporation do everything Trump wanted them to do and then some. So we don't need to buy your crappy stock. I can just give you half the money directly to your super PAC and call it a day. I can just go down to Mar-a-Lago and have dinner with you. Give you $1 million. There we go. I get everything I want. Super cheap, super easy. And I can kiss your ass in person. So that's the big reason. That's what drove the stock up after the election, but started tanking it after the inauguration when they found out there's much cheaper ways to buy favors here in the United States. Barron's is also reporting that there appears to be nothing on the horizon that will save this company. With them hemorrhaging as much money as they are, even when they announce like, hey, we're going to start making conservative movies, that tanked their stock. Like you would think an expansion of the company branching out into new areas would make the stock go up, but it did the opposite. This is a bad company run by really bad people who are really bad at business. That is the bottom line, and that is something that we should all take as very good news. Trump has lost billions because he's not the brilliant businessman that he would like us to think he is. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.